paradigms. Inflectional paradigms or paradigms. What is paradigm or paradigm? What is the definition of paradigm? Is a set of related forms. Okay, a group of related forms means here words. Set of related words of forms having the same stem. The same stem. Remember we talked about stem, but different affixes. Different affixes. Okay, a set of related forms having the same stem but different affixes. We have two types of paradigm. We have derivational paradigm and inflectional paradigm. Okay, it has more than one pronunciation. That's why I'm pronouncing them differently. It's up to me. So, what is derivational paradigm and what is inflectional paradigm? When we say derivational paradigm, it means that what? It means that like this definition. This is the definition of inflectional. Maybe here not found clearly, but you can make it in this way. For example, paradigms are formed by the words. When you have words to which the inflectional affixes are attached, when we add inflectional affixes to them. So this is what? Inflectional paradigm. Derivational paradigm, when what? Also, we can say that paradigms are formed by the words to which derivational affixes. Derivational affixes are attached. How? For example, the word head. This is stem, root, free morpheme. We have a head. See paradigm, we said that related words, the same words, and we have related words. A head, be head, hand, headlong, headship, heady and subhead. You see here, so this head, the word, and we have here paradigms, تصريف أو اشتقاق. We derive from head, we have these words. And also for inflectional paradigms, we have 4 types. 4 of them, we will talk about them, and we talked about them in chapter number 8. We talked about flexional and derivational, and now in some details here. Now in paradigm we have, you see, for example, doctor, doctors, paradigm, flexional. What flexional? Okay, doctor, doctors. Here we have possessive, plural possessive. You see. Here we have irregular. Here you see apostrophe before, but here with regular after. Pronoun paradigm. We have pronoun I, me, object, pronominal possessive, my, your, his, substantial possessive, mine, yours, his. Here first, second person, third person. Mem, it means here male, ذكر. Female. At noun here it is noun. Here we have also for plural we, us. You know them. What is the object of we, us? Let us go, for example. Our, possessive, our car. We have verb paradigm. Also, we are talking about inflectional paradigms. Inflectional. For example, show. Here we have third person singular. We have ing verb, past tense, and past participle. You see? For example, show, shows, showing, showed, or showing. Okay. We have some words are regular and irregular. The same in Arabic. We have the same. Do we have in Arabic? If someone wants or asks this question, do we have in Arabic? Yes. عندنا علم التصريف أو علم الصرف اللي يصرف لنا مثلا كلمة يرحل. مثلا يرحل، يرحلون، رحلوا. Okay. يذهب، ذهب، يذهب، يذهبون. You see here, it is paradigm. One word has related forms, group of forms. We have comparable, sweet, sweeter, sweetest. You know, we have ER and EST, which is SP, CP. Soon, soonest, sooner, near, nearer, nearest. Okay. In paradigms in general, the meaning of the stem remains constant. See, the meaning remains constant. What does it mean here? It means that the suffixes produce the differences in meaning. The suffixes produce the differences in meaning among the forms of each paradigm. This is a note. هاي ملاحظة. Okay, a note. Here we have number one, the noun paradigm, we just talked about. Okay, in this chapter we're gonna explain these points, these four. Okay, four types. So we start with noun paradigm. We talked about noun. We said that with noun we have plural. Okay, for example, doctor, doctors, girl, girls. As a plural. Okay, with irregular man, men, or possessive. As possessive here, man, doctors, or as plural possessive. You see, men's, doctors. You see, how many types do we have? 1, 2, 3. Generally speaking, we have 3. In general, we have 3. Okay, we have 3 forms for noun. For a noun in general. For example, doctor is a noun. Ism. Plural, doctors. Possessive, doctors. As possessive. And S here plural, doctors. And you can see here apostrophe after them. Here before. Okay. Here we have a point that this form paradigm is maximal, and not all nouns have all the four forms. Not all nouns have these forms. Very important. Okay, not all nouns have all the 4 forms. For example, many nouns do not take possessive forms. Do not take. Some nouns do not take the possessive forms. Since in of structure, this is the of structure, the spelling of structure. See, takes the place of s possessive. For example, one can say the ceiling of the room than the room's ceiling. Okay, usually we don't say the room's ceiling, يعني سقف الغرفة, the room's roof. We say the ceiling of the room. Do not accept. You see, do not accept, because it is not a human, an animate. Usually with an animate we try to avoid as possessive. Okay, so we say the ceiling of the room. For example, the chairs or the legs of the chair or the legs of the table, not the table's legs. The table's legs. No, we say the legs of the table, but we can't say Ali's legs. Ali's legs. Muhammad's car. Ahmed's class. Fatma's book. It's okay with the human, but this, so not all forms, not all nouns accept all these forms. This is just an example. Okay. This is very important. as I said that not all nouns except these forms, all these forms. Like number one, this, that, for example, the ceiling of the room, for example, the roof of the room, the legs of the table. This is number one. A few groups of so-called nouns have only one form of this. See, some nouns have only one form, one, not 3 or 4, not 2, not only one. For example, tennis, carriage, haste, as example. Okay, have the form of the stem, just one form. ما تقدر تقول أنت carriage, okay, uncountable noun, abstract noun, something related to mind. Tennis, only one form. They have only one form. Okay, another group does not have a singular form. You see, this is singular form. Another group, no, only plural. So number one, singular. Number two, only plural. Does not have a singular. Let's see, for example, only that of plural. Only S plural. For example, clothes, environs, trousers, scissors, مقص. Okay, they end with S. Trousers. You can't say trouser. In Arabic, نقول بنطلون. But in English, we put S. Because in English, I think you have this in reading, in your book, reading skills. Okay? Selected reading by Lee. Okay? You have these topics that they end with S. They are plural. They are considered as a plural. So, in English language, when nouns have more than 2 parts, when nouns consist of 2 parts, when objects, to be more specific, when objects consist of 2 parts, we consider them as a plural. يعني تتكون من جزئين نعتبرها plural. Trouser, how many parts? 2 parts. بنطلون. So it is a plural. Scissors, مقص. الملقط مثلا، الناظور، binoculars، ذني، المتشر كذا. لا متشر بي واحد ممكن، مو لو 2 ممكن. يعني شكو شيء ما لا واحد one. Okay, so when we have an object that has more than 2 parts, we consider them as what? As a plural. So number one, certain nouns are only singular. Take only singular form. Number two, some nouns only plural. And of course, when they are a plural, when we put a pronoun instead of them, we put they, then the verb should be what? Should be considered as what? Because we say they go, they play, okay? Or they are. For example, my trousers are, or they are. So the verb should be what? In plural form. You see here? Very important. Okay, try to summarize them, okay, color them. For example, my clothes are clean. You see, my clothes are clean. Are. Why are? Because it's plural. We can put they. Yes. Why? Because it's plural. This is number two. Number three, another group ends in S. We have another group that end with S. Some nouns end with S, but they are what? They are singular. They are singular. Okay? So, if these nouns, they end with S, what about the verb? Who can tell me? Singular or plural? The third group.
عفوا استاذ بس السؤال عيده.
Some words end with S, they're the group. I'm not questioning you. I'm just explaining. Okay. Abdullah say single. Are you single, Abdullah? Yes, no, Raji.
Third group, plural and passive.
Third group. Some nouns end with S. Yes, Ali Ibrahim.
Yes, sir. ستعتقد single.
Yes, you think singular. حيدر ضعيف. طيب.
وصلها لي الدكتور حيدر.
So I think plural.
هي طبعا جن واحد الموظفين سألني. Yes, you say plural. Yes, حيدر ضعيف. Thank you, Noor. Thank you, Ali. Yes. حيدر ضعيف. What do you think?
Yes. I think the plural.
Yes, so they end with S and group number 3. Yes. Who else? Who can tell me you agree with them? For example, linguistics, mathematics, phonetics. You studied phonetics. Phonetics.
Can I answer?
Raise your hand, please. Marwa, yes, Marwa.
Single.
Single or married?
Single. Singular.
Yes.
But I am married.
Yeah, okay, good. So why singular? Yes, Marwa.
أستاذ لأنه أكو كلمات هي بالأساس يعني تنطي بها اس.
In English, please. You can say that they are.
Because some word carried s, but the meaning is singular, such as a word of ethics.
Yes, no, not this. I mean, third group, linguistics, mathematics, for example, phonetics. There are certain words in English language, they end with S, but they are singular. We consider them singular, and the verb should be singular. And of course, when we say, for example, when we say phonetics, is the study, not are. When we want to delete phonetics and we put a pronoun instead of phonetics, we don't say they are. We say it studies, it, instead of phonetics. So it studies, phonetics studies. We put s here. It means that singular. Linguistics is. Linguistics deals with. So we consider them as singular. This group as singular. They end with s, but they are singular. Okay, how can we test? We can't test. Delete them. Put instead the pronoun you have to put what? You have to put it. Okay, only one option. They have only what? One option. I will repeat these 3. Number 1, singular. Okay, don't have s. Some words don't have s, and they are singular. And the verb singular. Number 2, some words end with s, and of course when they are end with s, they are plural, and the verb plural. Some words end with s, but like for example economics, linguistics, mathematics, physics. You see here they take it. You see, they take here, they take it as a pronoun substitute and go with a singular form of the verb. You see, linguistics, it is, you see, is, not are. This is number 3. Number 4, we have words in a certain old defined group. We can say that we have the fourth group end with S. Okay, like ethics, aus, blurs, sons, measles, can be singular or plural. You see? خليني سجل واحد 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 words end with S but singular or plural depending on context سياق in which they occur. They depend on context. For example, measles حسب الألمانية is a contagious disease. Okay? Or have you ever had them the measles? You see, from them we know that it is here plural. Ethics. When ethics means, according to context, when it means philosophic discipline. Okay, يعني شيء فلسفي. Is a challenging subject as a philosophic subject. Is a challenging subject. Plural when it means beliefs and actions. يعني واحد أفعاله إيمانه يعني معتقداته. I don't approve of his personal ethics. His personal ethics are not good. Why plural? Because here I mean beliefs and actions. When ethics means beliefs and actions, it is a plural. When ethics means a philosophical discipline, it is singular. You see here, it depends on context. Here we have examples. You see scissors. Okay. And which number? Like trousers. The trouser. Okay. مقص. Athletics. Olympic game. This means Japanese check them duck, cattle, cloud, brother, etc. Okay. We'll finish with this. Next lecture we'll talk about noun plurals. We'll talk about certain points here, tests, how to know that these are noun, etc. Do you have any question? Please, if you have any question, you can ask me. I hope it is very clear. I explained them in some details, and they are very easy